What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and this is your breaking news update, stimulus check update, and stimulus package update. And yes, everything for infrastructure, stimulus, and our government, our economy has changed as of late last night with what happened in the Senate. And I've been having people message me all morning and late last night saying they saw what happened in the Senate and they want to know what's going to be happening, what's the steps forward, what are we going to do? And you guys, I just want to let you know that there is news coming out left and right. I might even take into consideration just going live with you guys because there's so much stuff that's changing and happening right now as a result. And yes, we probably could be looking at a historic moment right now. Everything changing. I've literally been seeing headlines coming out saying President Joe Biden has worked his entire life for this moment right now, this week, you guys. Now, I'm going to share with you the video footage so you can see it for yourself, and you can hear from Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer. He's going to be discussing the impacts of what's unfolding and what we're potentially looking at. Take a look, you guys. Headlines coming out. This is from late last night. GOP blocks the bill to keep the government going. New try ahead. Here's another one. GOP senators block Democratic bill to fund the government. And here's the huge one, and suspend the debt ceiling. As the U.S. government, we could literally be defaulting on our debt for the first time ever in history. The United States could be running out of money. Now, my guess is this morning the stock market is red. People are anticipating the worst could be coming, as we've gotten a lot of warnings and nobody knows what's going to be on the horizon. Now, you guys, the article says, we're going to take a look at this really quick before we dive into the video footage. Senate Republicans blocked a Democratic bill that would both fund the government and raise the country's borrowing limit, escalating a political showdown over the government's finances just days before it runs out of money. Senate Democrats sought to pass a House-approved stopgap measure that funds the government through December 3rd, 2021, and suspends the debt limit through December 16th of 2022. They are racing to send the legislation to President Biden before the government's current funding expires at 12:01 a.m. October 1st. And yes, you guys, we're only now 2 days away from a government shutdown, and nobody knows when the United States is going to run out of money, but the estimate is October 15th if we do not raise that debt ceiling. Now, it could be sooner. It could be later. Nobody knows the extent of what could unfold when we hit that debt ceiling, but it's looking like it's a very, very possible thing at this moment. So we're going to dive right in. I'm going to share with you the video footage so you can see it for yourself, see what unfolded in the Senate. And like I said, there is a ton of news coming out at a rapid pace now. I might even consider just starting to go live, sharing with you what's happening. But I will keep you guys up to date because stimulus, infrastructure, our U.S. economy, everything could be changing. And stimulus checks. People are always asking about stimulus checks. Well, if this unfolds the way that they're saying, it's very possible we may need more stimulus checks. But I will keep you guys up to date. Let's take a look at the video footage. But first, do me a favor. If you appreciate the updates, smash the like button. Just takes a second. Just supports the channel. Lets YouTube know you appreciate the updates. Also, leave your comments. Share this out. If this is your first time here and you want to stay up to date, hit the subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell. Come join the Ram fam. I will keep you up to date so you know what's going on. And there is a lot right now. And if you got any questions, again, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. But now let's take a look at the footage of what unfolded last night, as we could be making history in the Senate with the first ever U.S. default, what's going to be happening with stimulus, infrastructure, and everything with our economy.
Mr. Schumer.
I vote no.
No.
On this vote, the yeas are 48, the nays are 50. 3/5 of the senators duly chosen and sworn not having voted in the affirmative, the motion is not agreed to.
I enter a motion to reconsider the failed cloture vote.
The motion's entered.
Now, Mr. President, I want to make sure everyone understands exactly what has happened here on the Senate floor. The Republican Party has now become the party of default, the party that says America doesn't pay its debts. Our country is staring down the barrel of two totally Republican-manufactured disasters, a government shutdown and a first-ever default on the national debt. The impacts of both would gravely harm every single American in this country. Republicans would let the country default for the first time in history. A few moments ago, the Senate had an opportunity to begin solving these problems right away. Democrats did their part and voted yes. But Senate Republicans, meanwhile, voted to drive our country straight towards a government shutdown and the first default in our country's history. Let me be clear. What the Republicans in the Senate did tonight is not normal. This isn't your typical Washington fracas, and it shouldn't be treated as such. It has far more severe consequences than the typical political catfight. Republicans know the consequences of their obstruction. They know a default would likely create a recession. They know that middle-class families will suffer immensely. They've heard the same warnings that we have. And by many calculations, the Republican default will raise the deficit by more than the American Rescue Plan. And yet, Republicans still obstructed tonight. It's one of the most reckless, one of the most irresponsible votes I have seen taken place in the Senate. And it should send a signal to every family, small business, market watcher about who in this chamber is in favor of endangering the economic stability of our country and who isn't. Let me repeat, the Republican Party has solidified itself as the party of default, and it will be the American people who pay the price. Social Security checks, Medicare benefits, veterans benefits, small business, all this and more are now on the chopping block because Senate Republicans are playing games with the full faith and credit of the United States. Now, despite Republican intransigence, this matter cannot be set aside for even a moment. Before the vote, I changed my vote from yes to no in order to reserve the option of additional action on the House-passed legislation. Keeping the government open and preventing a default is vital to our country's future, and we'll be taking further action to prevent this from happening this week.
So there you have it. Huge news. We literally could be looking at history in the making. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And I know a lot of people are concerned, but you guys trust me on this one. No joke. All of Congress, all the Democrats right now are racing like never before. They're dropping everything to figure out how to get this taken care of because the repercussions of this could be, they're predicting, catastrophic. Now, we will see. I will keep you up to date, but know that everything is going to be changing now. Stimulus, infrastructure, the way forward, all this. They're probably going to be coming out with all sorts of different ideas on how to resolve this, and I will keep you up to date here on the channel and make sure that you know what's going on. And again, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget, smash that like button. Just takes a second, helps out the channel a ton. Leave your comments, share this out. If this is your first time here and you want to stay up to date, come join the RAM fam, the viewing community. I'll keep you up to date. Hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and if you got any specific questions you want to shoot to me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. But with that being said, you guys, I'll catch you in the next video. I'll probably put up another one here really quick as there's information just coming out left and right. So stay tuned. There's going to be a lot happening this week, you guys. But with that being said, catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.